I think at this stage, Fever fans should be pretty excited. I genuinely do. I think Fever fans, it's looking likely that Kelsey Mitchell is coming back to the Indiana Fever. And if you guys are happy about that, subscribe. We are trying to hit 40.8k by the end of today. We're at 40,777 right now. We are 23 subscribers off hitting that by the end of the day, and that would be absolutely incredible. Our goal is 41k by the end of the month. So if we had hit that, that's insane. But if you guys have not been looking at the Fever social media pages, it's looking likely that it's happening. It's happening. And I think there's a lot of things that come into this, and this is either one of, I was going to say it's either one of two things. It could be like a huge send-off, but as of right now, Kelsey Mitchell is officially, not that she's able to talk with other teams, and it's like you have like till January the 20th and stuff, but like I'm pretty sure as of right now, she is officially a free agent. Like she is not technically a player for the Indiana Fever right now, because they've not slapped a core tag on her. And first of all, I think even when you slap the core tag on her, it just gives you exclusive negotiating rights. I don't think she's technically a Fever player. Just like I don't technically think that Elena Deladon was a Mystics player last year. She wasn't playing for anybody. But the Mystics just had exclusive rights to get her. So I don't think she's technically a Fever player right now. But the Indiana Fever are still posting about her on social media. So like if you want to look at the Fever social media, and I've been talking about this because the Aces aren't posting about Kelsey Plum. The Wings aren't posting about Satu Sabli. Obviously the Liberty are still posting about Stewie. But any players that look like they're on the move, the Seattle Storm are not really posting about Gabby Williams. Any player that's on the move, they're kind of not posting about them because they're not technically their players. But obviously we've seen it a lot. We've seen an awful lot of posting about Kelsey Mitchell. They're posting about Grace Berger because she's under contract. Erica Wheeler's been playing a bunch. She's been playing a bunch overseas. She's been playing in Turkey. Nothing about Erica Wheeler, because Erica Wheeler's a free agent. Dantas, Christy Wallace, these players are all under contract. So, like, they're not out here tweeting constantly and posting constantly about Erica Wheeler. They haven't mentioned Erica Wheeler in the year of 2025. Because Erica Wheeler is somebody that possibly isn't coming back, but she is not currently under contract with the team. The difference is they are still posting about Kelsey Mitchell. They're saying through her 4 games, this is how she's getting on in 2025. They are literally updating players, and they say Fever overseas. They're updating the fans on how Kelsey Mitchell's doing overseas. Doing the same with Grace Berger, doing the same with Dantas. And before they got rid of Temi, they were doing it with Temi. They are genuinely making it, it makes no sense if she's not staying. And all the responses, we're looking for different information core. A lot of fans are impatient as a rule. But in the case of free agency, not except the fact that Fever know what they've done regarding Kelsey and other players. If this was Lynn Dunn, I'm just saying this right now. If this was Lynn Dunn, I would say I wouldn't be this certain on this. And everything, even the interviews where she's like, I might not be here for All-Star Weekend next year. Might not be here. Almost a Magic Johnson type thing. It's like, if I'm here, it's great for them. I think Lynn Dunn, pre-Olympic break, probably said to Kelsey Mitchell, we're not giving you the max. And then with everything that's going on with the organization, I think she's probably thinking, you know what? I'm going to stay. And if not anything, I think it's, even at the time, obviously, it's going to be emotional, even with the Players Tribune article, because it's funny, because no matter what happens, people will reread that article and will come to one of two conclusions. Either the conclusion of, she was never leaving, she was always going to stay, and this article proved it, or this article was her saying she wants to leave. Because everyone who read that took it one of two ways. Everyone either came at it thinking she's 100% staying or she's 100% going. So it was hard to kind of interpret what she was saying in that. But I'd say going over in China, playing over there, and she's probably seeing from her own perspective that how many more fans are following her in China. Obviously, from the money perspective, it's probably better. Her agent is definitely, there's no way from the start her agent hasn't said go back to Indiana. But you've got so many fans, you got so many people watching you playing in China now, more so than any other player realistically. You've got She's probably walking back into endorsement deals. She's probably got Unrivaled on the phone for next year, offering her huge money to come and play. So I'd say it's probably hard taking a step back and seeing, like, especially when you were with what was a complete poverty franchise for the first 7 or 8 years of your career. And then you see, like, Kelly Kowskiff coming in, Amber Cox coming in. You're seeing what's happening with Caitlin. You're seeing what's happening with the link with them and the Pacers. You're seeing how serious this is being taken. You're seeing they're being pushed as America's team. You're seeing how you're becoming a star in your own right from just playing, from just hooping. You're allowed to hoop. She had the best scoring season of her career because Caitlin Clark's beside her. And then with all of that, thinking, like, it's a hard thing to walk away from, because obviously, supposedly the rumor was that she just wanted to be out of Indiana because it kind of reminded her a bit too much of family, but at the same time, she's closer to family than anywhere else. So that's obviously something that you're gonna want to, you might want to keep. But I do think it's a really tough thing to walk away from what has happened to Indiana with Kelsey Mitchell. It is a really tough thing because you are walking away from not only the best situation you're ever going to have on the court. You're never going to have a better on the court situation. You're walking away from a franchise that you pretty much were there from the bottom, and then you're like, it would be so tough mentally if Kelsey Mitchell leaves and in 2 years' time Indiana win the WNBA championship. Imagine being Kelsey Mitchell and being the player that walked away from that. Like, that is a tough thing to do as well. And I just can't, like, it's never going to be for basketball reasons, not going to be for financial reasons. And I think with playing in China, probably getting some perspective, I'd say maybe the personal reasons that she may or may not have wanted to leave might have kind of stopped a bit or lessened. And the reality situation is that Kelsey Mitchell, if she was going to leave Indiana, she would have been cored already. And look, Kelsey Mitchell we might wake up tomorrow to Kelsey Mitchell getting the core designation. We saw the players immediately that got the earliest core designations, your Plums, who supposedly is on the move. Gabby Williams is a bit of a weird one because she specifically signed for Storm because they said they wouldn't core her. And then you've got your Plums, you've got Satu's, Satu said she's leaving, cored first. And then obviously Stewie said she's being cored. But if you're Kelsey Mitchell, there's no need to core a player. If you don't need to. Like, people are saying, oh, get the core years out of the way with so they can get true free agency. There's definitely some sort of thing. There's definitely, I'd say, some sort of like unspoken, like verbal agreement that if she signs without being cored this year, they'll just let her walk they'll take it as a de facto core year. There's definitely something there because the Fever, obviously, their first preference is Kelsey Mitchell. Their first priority is Kelsey Mitchell. And she's also seeing that. She's seeing that from inside the organization. You've got Caitlin Clark, you got Aaliyah Boston. And whether it be Stephanie White, whether it be Kelly Kowskiff, whether it be Amber Cox, they're speaking about her, Kelsey Mitchell, on the same, in the same light, as the same almost priority as Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston. They want to keep that big three together, and I just don't. I think it's very, very likely that she stays, especially with the fact that she's not technically on the Fever, and the Fever are posting about her. So, yeah, make it out what you will. See you guys.